I'm going to explain how energy works, how spirit possession works, how people share their problems with other people, and how the energy and power game on planet Earth is working. This is a person, human being. Well, this person is not really real, in that the only thing real about this person is that this person or being is an energy and a consciousness. The physical body is just a mask for what a person actually is. All people have an energy field or aura around them, which is a field of their energy extending around about 5 feet around every person. What happens to people throughout life is that parts of this energy field become fragmented. That's called soul loss or soul fragmentation. What happens is when this person has an experience that's too traumatic for him to deal with, a part of this energy field leaves and goes into a different dimension or realm. Shamans understand this process. It's a very known thing among people who understand how energy works. So this person, maybe he got into a car accident, his family didn't treat him right when he was a child, his mom died, he was raped. Whatever happens to a person in their life, the average person, which is probably 95% of humans in existence, they will all have some type of trauma. And it's such a trauma that it's too much for the psyche to deal with. So in order to protect the mind, a protective mechanism happens called soul loss, which means parts of these energies leave and go to another realm called non-ordinary reality. Another realm or dimension, space and time, where those parts of energy and parts of soul feel protected and safe. And supposedly these parts are supposed to come back, but what happens is they usually don't, and it's because they are afraid that the person will recreate the same trauma. So they stay in this other realm where they're safe. What a shaman does is he or she will go into this non-ordinary reality and talk to these parts of this being. These soul parts is what they're called. These parts of energy that leave are called soul parts. They're called soul parts because they are part of the soul. In shamanism, the soul is energy, is who you are, your essence. That's what soul is. So these soul parts go into another realm. A shaman will talk to these parts and try to convince them that it's okay to return. Well, most people do not know what soul loss is, so they live their entire life with these parts of energy missing from them. Well, in the universe, when there is a space, something will come to fill that space. And what usually comes and fills these spaces are other energies. Because you remember, all that's real is energy. So, if this human is an energy, then there are other energies that are just like it, that are also here, that you can't see. And so, those other energies are floating around, they're everywhere. They are dead people who stayed here and didn't move on. They are dark entities, dark energies, non-human beings, also alien intelligences, which are also energies, energy beings with a dark consciousness. And so they see this being with all these openings in his aura, and they say, well, that's an opportunity for me to set up shop and live within this being and use this being for my own personal benefit. How? Well, if I'm an entity, a spirit entity, a dead person, or a dark force, I want this person's light and energy. So I am going to attach to him. Spirit entity, which is a dead human, or a dark force entity, which is a non-human energy and entity. Okay? So this is the power game that's happening on Earth. These entities see an opportunity in this being because he has created it. He has created an opening, a doorway, through having soul loss, losing parts of his energy. He has opened himself to lower vibrational beings. And these lower vibrational beings can only attach to a person who has opened themselves through their own ignorance, through not understanding who they are. Now, if I'm an entity and I see a being who has openings in his aura, that is an opportunity for me to set up shop and use this being for my own personal benefit. Now, you say, well, why would a spirit or an entity want to attach to a human? Why does a rapist rape a woman? Power. And domination over another being. Which is the power game on Earth. Yes. there are beings here who want to have power over you. And it's not it's not a bad thing. It's just the way things work, you know. Mosquitoes are attracted to the light. Why? Because it's energy that they can feed off of. Okay? So, the more openings a person has, the more vulnerable they are, the more energetically vulnerable, the more entities they can pick up. This is the science of energy. So people who are really dark have lots of their power missing. And beings who steal power from others are attracted to this being so that they can use him for his power and his energy, and also influence his thoughts and emotions for their own personal gain, in a way to limit this person's purpose, plan, and mission on earth. It's again connected to power. Power stealing and having power over you. Now, if you live in a place where there's other people, other energies, other people, energies and consciousnesses, which is all you are, who also have damaged auras, who also have entities in their auras, well, those entities will become your entities. You know, everything is connected 360 degrees. And this is how people share their problems with each other. People who are dark spread their problems to other people who might be light, because these energies in this dark person, they've already possessed him. He's old news. They want new territory. So naturally, they will be attracted to a new being. And because this one over here, he's already taken care of. If one of them leaves him to go to a new person, another one will come from someone else and fill that space. So a person who's not that dark can get dark from other people. Entities come from other people. This person who has lost parts of his energy does not pick up entities in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the forest with no one around, because there's no energies for him to pick up. He has to be around an unhealthy person for that unhealthy person's energies to attach to him. You could never pick up an entity in the middle of nowhere with no one around. I have learned that people share their problems with other people. Energetic, spiritual problems. And the more people you are around, the more problems you can have. So cities are very toxic places Places where there are a lot of people are very toxic. Think about places that attract lots of people. Hospitals, welfare offices. Those are the darkest places because the most people go there. If you're somebody who reads energy and you walk into a hospital, that's a very heavy place because there's so much traffic that's going through there. So the more people you're around, the more problems you can have. Spiritual problems. The way that a person heals their energy is through a process called soul retrieval. This is a very ancient practice that was discovered many thousands of years ago by shaman, and they knew how energy worked. And in shamanic tribes, the whole reason for a person becoming spiritually sick was soul loss. So in tribes, soul retrieval was usually done very early, within a few days, because they were hip to understanding how energy works. In our modern society, a person will live their whole life missing fragments of their energy and having other energies and other entities and beings within their energy and not even know it. And the reason for that is because the body and the mind is an adaptive environment. It adapts to its environment. So a person with entities over time becomes numb to them, and they become one with him. They become a part of him. So a large amount of people are not human. They are part alien, because they have all these other intelligences and energies within their energy field, influencing their thoughts, emotions, stealing life force. What soul retrieval does is it brings back those parts of the soul, calls them back, so that all those spaces are filled up again. But a problem with modern shamanism is that a lot of shamans don't really understand dark force entities. They only understand dead people, spirit entities, ghosts, poltergeists, ancestors. So they will do the soul retrieval, and maybe clear some spirits, but they will leave some entities there that they don't understand or see because of their limited perception. So a person will get some of their energy back, their soul parts, but they still have this other being in there, because the shaman they went to didn't see it or wasn't aware of it. And this is the power game and energy game on Earth. This is how energy works with humans. Humans exchange their crap with other people, share their spiritual problems with other people, and then those other people are affected by those other people. It's very similar to catching a cold. You can only catch a cold if your body's weak. If your body's healthy, you can be around sick people and you won't catch a cold. Well, if your energy is weak, then naturally you will catch a cold, which is energetic sickness, which is what possession is. That's all that possession is energetic sickness. It's a person who has become sick on an energy level. And that person got sick because he or she was unhealthy and did not know it, and was around other people who had entities, and those entities jumped into this person's aura because it was new territory. It was a new being to have. And it's all about having as much territory as you can. And this is the energy power game that's happening on Earth. You have people who are missing fragments of their energy, who then have entities come and fill those openings, and those entities come from other people who have the same problems. They then share those problems with that person. And the more people you are around with with problems, with energy problems, the more likely you will become like them. That they will share their crap with you. The way this is all fixed is being an energetically healthy human. It's easier said than done, but it is also easy to do if you just know what to do. You have to call back all your parts of your energy, and you need to clear those dark energies out, and you will heal. That doesn't mean that you can never get sick again, because as long as you are around other people who are sick, there is always a potential for you to have the same problems again. So you would have to maintain your energetic health, just like you maintain your physical health. You take a shower, you eat good. It's the same with spiritual stuff. You have to maintain your energy and your energetic health so that you don't become sick from other people who are sick and who don't know that they're sick. Because most people are ignorant to this. In fact, the majority of the planet is ignorant to this. I hope I taught you something. Have a good day.